Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And much peace and blessings and salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad, all throughout the four corners of the earth, throughout all nations, and they look like all people. Shalom to you all. It's your brother Barak Abar from the GMS Miami camp, and kind of just wanted to roll through the spirit and speak about just meditating before I went to bed, how there was nothing that we physically did or that we could have done to get the truth. There was nothing miraculous that we have done. And, sometimes when you're examining yourself, you get humbled. And, that's a good thing, because the Lord, he balances us out with trials and tribulations and tests. And, as the scriptures say, if you go without chastisement, then you're a bastard. And if you endure chastening, then, you're a son if he chastens you. And, examination is a big part of our walk. And it was, when you're examining yourself, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be real with yourself. And that helps. And, I was just examining myself, and I was like, damn, thinking about, our forefathers and how, sometimes we can look back at them. You can look at another man's trial or look at another man and say, that nigga wicked, or he this or he that. But you don't even know. You might do the same thing if you was put in that position. So, at the end of the day, yeah, our men, yes, you are judged on your actions, but, it's easy to point the finger. And of course it's balancing that, because as a prophet, you got to point the finger. But it's easy to point, though. But you got to remember, though, they say when you point the finger, it's three pointing back at you. All right? We got to remember that. I was just thinking about the princes and the kings and the rulers in ancient Israel. They were wicked. They were doing wicked acts, but not justifying them. That money, that power, all right, that fame, it corrupts. It'll corrupt you. You look at Bishop Nate. He's being rebuked. And you can tell Bishop Nate is one of those men from in the ancient world that had the money and the fame and the glory. All right, but this is Sirach 33 and 12. I'm going to start at 10. It says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. And in much knowledge the Lord have divided them and made their ways diverse. Some have he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified and set near himself. And Lord willing, that's us, the elect. All right. So there was nothing that we could have done to possibly do anything with this process. It's just that you have been chosen. And when you think about that and meditate on that, it's humbling that the Lord chose you out of all these people on the planet Earth, all these Israelites on the planet Earth, to give you the truth. And there was nothing that you did. You're not some great guru. You're not just, you didn't do anything. You were just created. And that's why we give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High and His Son. And sincerity and truth, because there's nothing that we did. There's nothing that we can do and nothing that we did to be a part of the elect. Lord willing, we are. It says, but some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out their places. So if the Most High didn't choose you, he didn't choose you. And there's nothing that you can do. You got these people in the world that are, you know, you can call them, what they call them? You know, you can do everything right according to the society. You can go to work for 30 years. You could not get arrested. You could put your seatbelt on. You know, you cut your, you know, cause no trouble, take care of your kids, you know, raise a decent family. And guess what? You can still be burnt alive in the nuclear missiles. Because if the Lord didn't choose you, he didn't choose you. There are niggas like that right now the Lord didn't get a truth to. Niggas been working 15, 20 years at their job, got 3 kids, take care of his kids, his wife, and but to the world, he's a good man. But to the Most High, he just look at him, you know, like the scriptures say, let the multitude perish that was born in vain. And that's the reality of the Most High that we teach people. But why would God? That's the Most High ways. That's how he gets down. He chose some and he didn't choose some. And there was nothing that anybody can do to change that. We can't save Esau if we wanted to. We can't save the other nations from going into slavery if we wanted to. There's nothing that we can do. We should just be grateful that the Lord gave us the truth and the Lord enlightened us. And that's what the Most High told the angel. The Most High told Ezra through the angel to worry about yourself. Because Ezra was worried about his people, which is nothing wrong with that. But the Most High basically was telling him, like, look, I'm going to get them. You worry about you and the people like you. Them, don't worry about them because I'm going to kill them. And that's the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because Ezra was worried about everybody else. These niggas out here that we work with, these niggas that we see cutting their grass and they barbershop talk and sports talk, the Most High gonna kill them niggas, man. And they could be decent dudes. You could be on the side of the road and they could change a spare tire for you. And guess what? They still might not be a part of the elect. It says, verse 13, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best. Him best. So whatever the Most High wants you to be, whatever he wants you to do, you got to do it. And guess what? You got to deal with it. That's why the Lord is greatly to be feared and greatly to be praised. Because if the Lord has blessed you, man, if the Lord have chosen you to bless you, to give you the mysteries of him, to know him, which Jeremiah 9:24, let not the rich man glory in his riches, let not the mighty man glory in his might. All right, but let him that glorieth understand that and that he knoweth me. Roughly paraphrasing it. I ain't got to get to it. I just quoted it. All right, so that's what we got. You got to glory in that because, bro, you got because some men, they get besides themselves, man. And when you get besides yourself, that's when the Most High, he come and get you. He come and check you. Whether he sent a prophet, okay, and if you don't want to hearken to the prophet, that's when judgment comes. You got to remember, man, we got to tread lightly, all of us. Every single man in the truth has to tread lightly because you got to remember, you ain't do anything, man. You didn't do anything. Oh, I'm just so great. I'm this and I'm that. When men get besides themselves, the Lord, he come and get them. And he always have, and he always will. That's just how the Most High roll. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render them as liketh him best. All right. This is Job 33:14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. Then he opened the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from him. So the Most High got to hide pride from us. And any brother that is a leader of men in any form of fashion, whether it be at work or whether it be, of course, amongst the body, leaders, heads of camps, know that there's a battle going on in your mind. All right, there's a battle, and you gotta fight. You gotta fight it like a motherfucker. And you can't, you can't lose the war. You might lose some battles, but you ain't gonna. You gotta. Hey, don't lose the war. It's a war going on in the mind. Okay, the pride demons, these spirits, they don't sleep. That's why when you read in the Bible, a lot of the kings and the princes and the rulers, they had counselors. They had men around them, wise men. To hey, when you get out of and the Lord would send what? Prophets when they got that to the point where they wasn't. The Most High ain't gonna put you in a leadership position without counselors, man, and wise men and men around you to say, hey, you going a little bit too far. You going too far. That's how he roll, because those positions that you have, there, it just comes with it just comes with the territory, and it's humbling to read these scriptures and how it speaks about how the Lord is in control of everything, and you ain't. The Most High hides pride from you, man. It ain't you. You ain't this great, humble. The nature of a man is evil. The nature of men are this flesh. The nature of the flesh is evil, and it's constantly warring against your spirit. The Most High hides pride and hides those evil, wicked thoughts from you. You ain't doing it. Because the nature of this flesh is wicked. The scriptures say he knoweth our frame. He remembered that we are just dust. So the Most High got to keep us from doing stupid, crazy shit, from destroying ourselves, man. It ain't because we're just this wise. You're just so wise. Now, yes, we gain wisdom. We gain knowledge. But the nature of a man is evil. The nature of the flesh is evil. We got to be realistic about it. So give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. That's the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Shalom.